my new Instagram, should you want to look for it, is just Sam on YT, Sam on YouTube, so Sam_on_YT. Sam on YouTube is essentially what that means. So I gotta go and I gotta change. I can't change the description box of all 700 and something of my videos, but I'll try to change like the last couple, just, you know, so people don't get confused. But yeah, going forward, that will be different. So, yeah, I just wanted something that just covered all of me on YouTube, not just the ASMR side. I actually, last night, came up with the name of my podcast. I'm very excited to share it with you, so I will share it with you when the next episode comes out. I need to plan it probably at some point today. Write out my notes and maybe film it. Nope, not gonna be able to film it this weekend. I don't know when I'm gonna film it, but we're gonna film it one day soon, and I will share the name with you guys. But yeah, that's my one and only announcement. But let's talk. So before we get into the windows, I actually get some of you asking me how the man downstairs is doing. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you should go check out my last like 2 neighborhood gossip videos. I have a playlist on my channel. But the man that lives downstairs that has no shades and no blinds and walks around at night, no shirt on, it's an old man. He works out, he does all the things, and just doesn't seem to care about privacy. That's the man I'm talking about. I get questions about him. You guys always wonder like how the man is doing. I have nothing to report on him, honestly. But he's still there every night when I come home, doing his thing, and I still love, like, I look for him now if I don't see him, or sometimes if his lights are off, maybe he goes to bed early, I don't know. But I'm always like, oh, I hope he's okay, I wonder what he's doing. I genuinely like look forward to coming home and seeing what he's doing. So, but no, sadly I have nothing new to report on that front. But yes, so my windows, I got my windows done actually a week ago today that I'm filming this. The man from the window company came and did my windows in my living room and in my bedroom. Finally, the windows that were here were so old, so old. They let in a lot of cold air. They rattled when it was windy, which kept me up at night a lot. I had no screens in my bedroom, so I couldn't really open the window. Hated it. And I had been trying to get my windows replaced for almost a year. I moved in here in July of 2022, and I got them done in September of 2023, but at least we got it done. And I'm sure you guys can hear a difference in my videos. It blocks out so much noise. It's a lot warmer in here. It's great. So, that morning, the window guy said he was coming at 8 a.m., which, you know, you guys know I work evenings, so 8 a.m. is a little early for me, but that's okay. So I got up at like 7:15, tidied up a little bit, and he has a habit of being early because he came maybe like a month ago to measure the windows, and he was supposed to come at 8 again, and he came at 7:40, and I wasn't even awake yet, and that was a lot. And that was actually very embarrassing because I was very clearly still asleep in pajamas, hadn't made my bed. Anyway, so this time I was ready for him. He came at 8. He said it was going to take 5 hours. He was an older man. He did the whole thing by himself. I thought it was going to be like maybe 2-3 guys. He did the whole thing by himself, and he told me it was going to take 5 hours, so that put us at 1 o'clock. So I was like, perfect, I leave for work at 2. He was done at 11:40, and he did a great job. He even like helped me clean afterwards. He was great, and he did such a good job. It was like a little awkward because I didn't know what to really do with myself, so I sat my dining room table and I did my quiet time. I read my Bible and my devotional and all that, just to kind of, I had to do it anyway, and it kept me busy while he was here. We didn't really talk too much. English was not his first language, but like he understood me, but we just didn't talk a lot. But I did, like halfway through, I gave him like a water bottle and stuff, and he was very sweet. He was like, I really needed this, thank you. So he did a great job, but it was very, very loud, because he was, you know, obviously drilling. He was ripping the old windows off, all the things. Can't really help that, right? And so, as I think I've mentioned to you guys, a lot of people that live here work from home, are a lot older. I'm one of the youngest people here, and a lot of them are retired, and so they're just here all day, every day. And so that means that they're home to hear the noise. And so he was gone by like 12 o'clock. I left for work about an hour and a half later, and I'm walking down out the building towards my car in the parking lot, and I hear two older women. They're standing there and they're talking about the window renovation and how, you know, it was so loud, and you know, they were like, I wonder who, you know, what windows they're gonna do next or whatever, because there's one other person on my side of the building that has the old windows, and we'll get into that in a second. But they were just like not complaining, but you can tell they were like about it, which I get it. I have been woken up by work being done in other people's buildings or other people's units. It's very annoying. I get it. So I was just gonna keep walking, but I was like, no, I'm a little more like bold now. When I like talk to people, I have like no shame. And so I was like, one of them walked away, their conversation ended, she walked the other way, and then the other lady was walking kind of in the direction I was walking. A lot of people here, the older people that are here all day, they get their exercise by just like walking laps around the building. It's very cute. I see them when I leave for work a lot, but I was like, hi, yeah, like that was my apartment. You know, I said, I'm sorry, I know it was very loud, and she was like, well, you know, she was, let me just say, she wasn't nasty. Almost like a how do you know sort of thing. And he was like, you know, the super told me that they were just giving you a hard time. And I said, well, yeah, I mean, kind of, you know, I wasn't like trying to talk bad about them, but I was like, you know, I've been trying for almost a year. And he was like, no, I know, I get it. I don't understand why it took them so long. I can tell he's lived here for a while. And then he started talking about the guy that lived here before me. So obviously I met the guy at the closing. He's 2 or 3 years older than me, and he only lived here for 3 years. And the guy across the hall was like, I saw what the apartment looked like before he moved in and after. It's amazing how people know. He even knew how much the guy bought it for, how much he sold it for. I was like, okay, yes, you have done your research, you know what's going on. He was like, I don't know why he didn't do the windows. Like when he was here, he was lazy and he didn't want to remodel anything. And I was like, dude, I know, like I moved in here. I know, as soon as I moved in, I was like, okay, I'm changing this, I'm changing this, I'm changing this. I mean, you guys know, if you've been with me for over a year now, I vlogged it, I talked to you guys about it, I changed a lot of things, I changed all the faucets, I plan to replace the stove, the shower head, just like things that were so old, that looked like they were from the 90s. I'm pretty sure the blinds that were here, I'm pretty sure he had them all 3 years he was here. They were probably the ones he moved in with. And not to say, I mean, for some people that's just not that's another thing, and that's fine, but especially when you own a property, you want to drive the value up so that when you sell it, you can sell it for more. That's just what you do. And the guy told me what he sold it for, what he bought it for, and I think it was the exact same price. So, but whatever. As long as he moved to a nice apartment in another town not far from here. That's a very nice town, so good for him. But yeah, it was just amazing how much this guy knew. And he even told me about the woman who lived here before that guy. It was an old woman. She was very old. Unfortunately, she's no longer alive. But he was telling me about her. But then, you know, he started telling me all the things. Like, he was like, I had those windows, those old windows when I moved in, and he was like, they're awful. I'm so sorry you had to live with those for a year, you know. He was like, they're hard to clean. They let in so much noise. And I was like, yeah. I said, it's so much better. I can tell a difference. I know you guys can too. And I'm so glad that you're happy about it as well. I'm ecstatic. And they just look better. They look beautiful. And the next like vlog or whatever, I'm sure you'll see me like opening up the blinds. That's how I start like every vlog. So you'll see them. They're gorgeous. They let in a lot more light, I feel like, just because they're newer and cleaner and just so nice. So I'm very happy for them, or with them. I'm very grateful for them. Thankful that the board finally approved it. And yeah, so that's the latest going on in my apartment. I seem to have been the center of attention a little bit the last 2 weeks, but that's okay. Or now just the last week. But yeah, I hope that you're all doing super well. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that you enjoyed, and I will see you